Nice!
Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is a video review for Igear's MTG01 Delicate Warrior, the green version. Now, way back when, like a couple years ago, a lot of third parties were trying to make a nice Arcee figure, since at the time Hasbro didn't have one. We had Impossible Toys Valkyrie, and we also had the Igear MTG01 Delicate Warrior. And a lot of people prefer Delicate Warrior because it was a lot closer to the G1 appearance. Fast forward a couple years, and they made a couple repaints for it. A blue one, and the green one that you see here, which is to represent the Paradron Medic. So, and here she is. Now, being that this is just a repaint of that Delicate Warrior, it does have the guns. It's optional if you actually want to use them, but they do store onto the vehicle mode, like so. Couple ports on the back. And all in all, it's a nice representation of Arcee's vehicle mode, which is pretty good for the time. Like, this was before Hasbro actually put the effort in and made a good one. So yeah, this is actually pretty nice. There is one flaw, just due to the way the legs transform. The wheels kind of get stuck in the front wheels, so this doesn't really roll all that well. And it's probably designed more for appearance than actual play. That's a pretty big bummer, but other than that, it looks fine. Now, for a quick comparison, let's bring in Impossible Toys Valkyrie, which was the other one. Not real popular, mainly just because of the robot mode. As you can see, at least this one can roll fairly well. Yeah, the wheels are just too stuck on this one. As you can see, Delicate Warrior is actually a fair bit bigger than the Valkyrie. So it's actually pretty good in itself. And of course, we gotta do it since she's out now. Gotta bring in Hasbro's version of Arcee. And yeah, I am using the Hasbro version, not the Takara, just because I keep it in the stage area a lot more often. So, yeah. Take it for what it is. I'm just using the one that's nearest. As you can see, it rolls very well. Again, I'm getting on that rolling bit because it's, I don't know, I expect a figure that transforms into a car to actually roll well. Okay, so that's just how I am. As you can see, while this one is actually very close, Hasbro actually managed to beat it. Mainly because they thought of how to do the back end. Because, much like Valkyrie, once you get it to the back, it's a little incomplete. So yeah. Still, for a Paradron Medic that isn't known for transforming anyway, this isn't bad. So, why don't we get her into robot mode and see what all the real fuss was about. Okay, now that we got Delicate Warrior in her robot mode, she's looking really good. And I gotta admit, the proportions on this figure are very nicely done. Just taking a look, it really does have a nice Arcee vibe to it, which works out really good. I mean, the designer of this figure did an excellent job. And that actually, sorry, that actually continues onto the face, which is beautifully sculpted. I could use a little paint to separate itself from the helmet piece, but other than that, looks great. Love those lips, and the eyes are a nice blue. They are light piped, with some big collectors on the side, so you should be able to get a good light source to get them going. And they're showing pretty blue right now, which is good. The chest is okay. This doesn't lock in place, but it's alright. It works. And the hips are done nicely, even though one seems to be out of place right now. There we go. Much better. And yeah, everything is sculpted very well, which is good. Now for articulation, she does have a ball jointed head, full range of movement there. She has ball jointed shoulders, and there's also a hinge due to the transformation, so good range of movement. Bicep swivel and a double jointed elbow. She also has a ball jointed wrist. Nothing at the waist, but she does have an odd mix of forward back on the hips, like your standard T-crotch, as well as a ball joint at the hip joint here, so she can move her leg out. She has a thigh swivel due to that joint, and she also has a nice double knee bend, double jointed knee, hinged ankles and toe joints. So all in all, this medic is very well articulated. Although certain poses may be a little trickier to get her into. Still, I think she works out pretty well. Now her accessories are these two little guns. They're not 5mm, so other figures won't be able to hold them. But that's okay, since they're meant for her anyway. Well, meant for the Arcee paint job. I don't believe the medic ever used a firearm. Still, it's a nice accessory to have for the figure, and it's better than having nothing. Now, regularly the Delicate Warrior figure would have a stand included, but the medic version does not have that, which is unfortunate. You can still remove the piece to have that port available. And she is compatible with a Thomas Shoe stage. So So if you have one of those, you can still use it to get some more dramatic poses. If you'd like. But, you know, that's a completely optional thing. It is a shame that she doesn't include her on stand like the regular version of Delicate Warrior did. But given that this one was like only a third of the price of the Delicate Warrior, I can let that slide easy enough. Still, I think it's time we got some size comparisons in. So first up, I think we should do the obvious ones and get Valkyrie and Generations Arcee into the picture. And yeah, I'm using the Hasbro one again. That's the one that's handy. As you can see, she's a little taller than the others. Got a bigger head than Generations Arcee. But honestly, I still give the Generations a bit of an edge. And Hasbro really nailed that one. But yeah, Delicate Warrior is definitely a lot better than Valkyrie. Which is a shame because I really liked Valkyrie when I got her, but yeah, I mean, at least Delicate Warrior can stand easy. That's a big deal when you got action figures. Still, since this is the more like the Paradron Medic's color, you can actually have both of these on here on their classic shelf. This one being the Medic, this one just being Arcee, and it would work. I mean, having a little bit of difference between the two would actually do the shelf benefit. Anyway, for a different kind of comparison, let's bring in Generations Bumblebee, just to see how it goes with another deluxe. She's about, you know, she's roughly just a deluxe size figure. So yeah, she works out pretty well. It's a nice figure. I do recommend it, especially if you can get them for $40. I wouldn't pay much more than that, given that it's kind of limited in vehicle mode and there's no stand included this time. Still, it's a fun toy. And, you know, it'll add some variety to a shelf. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little review. Please leave a like or a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. And share with your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, so long, have fun, and bye-bye.